Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to a special Live Wire Sports live stream. But this ain't for me, it's for y'all. This is a fan appreciation live stream because today I want to show my appreciation to you, the fans, the subscribers who've been rocking with me throughout this whole year. I met some new ones through other channels. I got to interact with a lot of you, but today is going to be a special day because I want y'all. This is going to be a Q&A live stream, so I want y'all to have whatever questions y'all may have. Y'all can ask me. And then towards the wind down, I will ask y'all some questions. And then maybe I will bring a few up to join me on the stream. So, but at the end, but today is going to be all about y'all. My appreciation to y'all because y'all been rocking with me. Y'all, I appreciate y'all commenting on my videos. It give me great interaction to comment back. You know, whether we agree or disagree. But it makes it fun. It makes us to get to know and have our thinking hats on. Now, we're not going to talk about any WNBA circus. We're not going to do all of that. I think I have done a lot of videos pertaining to that. So, and I think a lot of people kind of like a little tired or exhausted. But if you want to talk about something from WNBA, like the finals, you know, then that's fine. But anything else with, well, we could talk about Caitlin Clark. You know, we could talk about the off season, everything like that. And then, you know, you can ask me some questions. So as I say, thank y'all. I would like to thank each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me, always showing me love, support. I have great time with y'all, laughter, you know, and it's just me just understanding that we all have different thinking hats, but we always have one goal, and our one goal is always going to be Caitlin Clark. So I see Kent's in the house, Shallow in the house, Maria in the house, Retro's in the house, Bronx Kid in the house, Bookworm in the house. I see also, who else? I see Courtside was in the house. And shout out to Kent Carson becoming a YouTube member. I really, really appreciate you so much, Kent. You always been there, always been rocking with me, man. I really, really appreciate it. Courtside in the house. What's up, Courtside? From the Tales from the Dark Side. The Lane Cowboys won today, I see. And my Commanders is also winning. They're beating the Chargers. Yes, we beating the Chargers 20-10 after everybody thought. And can you relate? What's going on? How you doing? UTP in the house. You know me. So, yes. And like I said before, Eminem, Kenneth Harrison. What's going on, Kent? So, like I said, Retro, I'm going to bring you up because I need you to you know, if they have questions, so I need somebody to pull the questions for me real quick. So the link will be in the chat, but do not hit the link yet until I give y'all heads up. But this one is just for Retro because I need her to do something for me. Hey, hey, UTP, don't get mad, man. My Commanders have to win. You know they got the best quarterback, the best young quarterback from last year to come back. You know, Jaden Daniels. We needed Jaden Daniels, man. We had Jaden Daniels last week. We'd have won. At least we're gonna be one game behind Philly. We still gonna be one game behind Philly because Philly lost today, so I like it. So let me do a little NFL rundown for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I think this will be pretty good. Uh, so let's go to the NFL scoreboard real quick. And plus, my Miami Hurricanes handled business last night against the Florida State Seminoles. Yes, they they won the state champs. They don't beat Florida, USC, and USF, and also Florida State. And they moved back in the AP poll to number 2, which they should be number 1. So right now, and we have the Commanders leading 2010 with 3 minutes in the third quarter, which they'll win that game. The Cardinals is up by 2 points. It's 21-19 with 3:06 left in the fourth quarter over the Titans. The Lions is demolishing the Bengals. They need Justin Herbert back. I mean, Justin. Oh gosh, what's the guy name again? Oh man, I can't remember. What's going on, Retro? I can't remember. Didi in the house. What's going on, Didi? I can't remember. Oh my gosh.
What can't you remember?
Joe Burrow. Thank you, UTP. Gosh, I had it. Oh, they need Joe Burrow back. Buccaneers beat Seahawks 38-35. That was a close game. That was a back and forth game because I didn't know. Vikings won in London today, 21.
Yes, they did.
Sorry, Retro. My apologies. Texas beat up on a Lamar Jackson-less Ravens 44-10. Saints beat the Giants 26-14. Broncos won. They gave the Eagles their first loss 21-17. And Cowboys beat the Jets, the lonely Jets 37-22. Colts won, which the Colts game, it showed all the Fever fans there. I mean, all the Fever girls there. Caitlin was there. Tipson was there. Howard was there. And Ari McDonald was there today. And they all got jerseys too.
Mm-hmm.
And Panthers won over the Dolphins. I didn't believe that. I thought the Dolphins were going to win. They won 27-14. And we got the Sunday night game, Bills over the Patriots. I think the Patriots might beat them. And then you have the Thursday night game where the 49ers won 26-23 at the final overtime. Then the Monday night game, Jaguars and Chiefs. And WNBA news, Asia Wilson and the Aces are up 2-0 over the Mercury, and they beat them 91-78. It was never close in that game. They shut AT down. The one of 4 points.
What is with her wrist? Like, is she injured, not injured?
Who?
AT. Didn't she injure her wrist in the first game?
Yeah, they did an MRI. They said she was good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Charlotte Nicole, she's not going to be happy. But any loss by her is a game by me. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, Amy, how you doing? Yes, the Fever Girls was at the game. I don't know. That's kind of weird, though. Yeah, all of them still at the game. That, to me, that made me feel like they all gonna come back.
I know. Howard all smiles. I'm
I
like,
know
that
just right there ain't really. Yeah, Bookworm Jackie went off. She had 35 points, something like that. Carmen, how you doing? Yeah, I don't even know why that the Phoenix Mercury is not playing Asia Wilson the way we played her. I mean, I don't think they have anybody as size-wise that really could deal with her.
With Asia?
Yeah, I don't think they had somebody because the water's too light for her. They don't have none to bang her up. Lexi is in Austin for AC ACL Festival. What's going on, Duke? What's going on, DD? What's going on, Jeff, Jason, Neutrons, everybody in the chat. Rick, what's going on, my man? Duke, what's going on? So, okay, chat. So this is the deal. I want y'all to shoot y'all questions. Mark, what's going on with you, brother? Mark said, I want Airy back over Sims. I will take Airy back over Sims.
I don't want either one.
But if we had a choice, it would be her over there. I just want us to go in a whole different direction in the off season. Because I just think that DB 6'4". Nah, Duke, she's not 100 pounds. She's 85 pounds. She's the size of olive oil on Popeye.
Olive oil, that is perfect. Yeah.
She's probably if anybody remember the cartoon by Tim Burton back in the day, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
And Jack's girlfriend, that is her. So yeah. So all right, guys. Hit me with who wants to be the first one to give me their first question of the night. Oh, Dee,
I will. Okay. Go ahead.
Dee said Phoenix was better before the DB. Yes, I totally agree. Once they had got DB, it messed up their chemistry real bad. Because I think, if I'm not sure, Whitbaum was starting at that time. She was starting at that time. They messed up that chemistry up. And I think even so much with Khalil Copper, she's kind of messing their chemistry up. She's like a Rike Umuwala. She's like a Kelsey Mitchell. All she does is she score a lot. Okay, so Retro, you go with your first question.
Jason's got a question. That's okay.
Okay,
I'll say mine.
Okay. Jason got a question. What's your take on a Oh my gosh. I was not trying to go there today on that. Okay, Jason, just for you. This is going to be the one and only question about Fee and Kathy. I'm not going to go into it no more. Because if y'all check out all of my videos, I have dropped a lot of information, a lot. So, and gave my take. So, Jason said, I got a question. What is your take on a recent flat between Kathy and Fee? This is my take. And Retro contested it. I have said it before. I don't trust neither one of them. I don't. But in defense of Kathy, I understand her position and what she's done for the league. Has she been great? No, she has not been great at all. But Fee did this out of spitefulness and out of anger because she wanted Kathy to partner with Unrivaled. And she didn't want to at all. And I think she's being really, really foolish because she represents the women in the league. She represents them. And they looking at her as representation to be the talking piece. And if you decline to take a meeting with the person that's y'all are in negotiation with, that's a bad sign. Regardless of what your personal feelings about Kathy is. You should take that meeting, but y'all both should have representations there because then there will be no funny business going on. And then nobody will have to say, well, she said this or she said that. You coming out with a statement, Kathy out here denying it, and then you get mad in your feelings and take your ball and go home. No, because you was the one that reached out to Kathy in the first place and say, hey, I want, we need to talk. Kathy said it in the meeting. They had conversation about meeting up. Then when Kathy denied everything, you got mad. So I think it's a more of a political thing, Jason. But at the end of the day, like I said, I don't trust neither one of them because of the situation. How Fee throw Caitlin Clark name in it, I just don't. That don't sit well with me because I think it's a tactic. But so yeah. All right. Anybody else? Okay.
Duke was next.
Duke was next. Where's Duke question at? All right, this it right here. All right. Duke said, do you think the Aces and Mercury wish the finals was over so they can yap about the season? Man, to be honest with you, I won't be surprised. I think that To be honest with you, I got a feeling the Aces is going to win the finals. I think they're going to win the finals. Aja's won MVP, co-defense of the year. She's going to get all these accolades, but still is going to be the most unlikable person in the league. You know, and she's going to win 3 WNBA titles. And I think that's what, to me, I feel like that's a push to push her up there with the Diane Taurasi's, the Maya Moores, and all of them like that to have, so she can have. You see, she already. So I don't see Phoenix beating them, and they have beat Phoenix all season long. They only lost to them once, and I don't see them. I think Phoenix might win one game, and that's going to be one game at home. But I think it's going to be over. I think the series will be over next week. I don't see it going to 5, 7. It might go 5 because of the one game difference, but it's going to be over with.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got
Nutrent's question was, where was it announced that Cece was the captain of Team USA? I seem to have missed that one.
Nuisance, I really don't know, to be honest with you, because it was news to me that she was. All I know from her press conference was that she said that she's going to definitely play 5-on-5. She's trying to get prepared for Team USA. Now, what everything else came out, I don't know. I mean, that's something I probably have to research and find out later on. But
I heard that too, though. I heard it too.
And see, I haven't heard it. I mean, I heard it on live when we was all on live with Courtside, but I haven't heard anything else like a written statement come out like that. So I don't know, but I'll keep my ears pinned to the streets, you know, and if any information come, I got you.
Lewis asked, do you know the story of Jackie Stiles, and do you even know her?
Oh man, you gotta take me back because I dipped out the WNBA back in the late part of the 90s, when all the Maya Moores and all of them came in. Now the only person I remember her, I heard her name a lot. I don't particularly know her story because I don't want to fib or lie, you know what I'm saying? And something like that, by that I could always do research, you know what I'm saying, and look it up. And that's why things like that I might not know. I would love for y'all to just like I think I'll have Retro put my email, my new business email for the channel in. And if y'all have questions and stuff like that, send me an email, you know, and say, hey, I got a question for you, you know, and I'll respond back to y'all. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's something.
He also said, please watch the documentary, the Jackie Stiles story, if you don't know.
Okay, I will. And guess what? And just for you, once I watch it, I'll do a video on it.
There you go, Louis.
So yeah.
Or Luis. I don't know how to pronounce that. MJL said, why do YouTube feeds not have any videos on the final game reports? Trick question.
Yeah, that is. So what game are you talking about?
Probably what's going on now. I haven't really seen.
Talk about what the recent news and stuff like that.
I'm guessing, but nobody's watching.
Well, you know what?
That's my opinion.
Oh, talk about. I guess he probably talk about the finals, and nobody's talking about the finals a little bit more. And the only people that's really talking about the finals is really YouTubers. You know, people that's, you know, a true WNBA fan. They just want to follow it just because of the players. I know Quinna loves sports. She does a live on every game and with her mom and everything like that. But I told y'all I was not watching the finals. It was over. I would keep up with news and related stuff, dealing with the WNBA and the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. I would still do that, but I was not watching the finals because I know the ratings is not going to be good. The ratings is about to be bad. Now they're going to finagle the ratings, but if the Aces keep playing the way they playing right now, it's not. Nobody's going to watch it. They're going to tune out because it's not exciting. It would have been better to have the Fever limp in the finals because you never know what the Fever would have been able to do. That was the mystery unknown to having a team like the Indiana Fever in there, even though we don't support leather jacket.
Right. That's funny. Duke, again, did you watch any Unrivaled games start to finish?
Oh, dude, nada. I only when the beginning of the Unrivaled came out, I was gonna do content on it, but then after I got in there, because I only reason why I wanted to watch it because to support the Fever Girls. Katie Lou Samuelson was in there, Lexi Hall was in there, Leo Boston was in there, and then when the free agency came, Katie Lou, she got hurt, and then she didn't come. But so I was like, I didn't want to watch it. It was boring to me. It was like I'd rather have watched Athletes Unlimited than watch them because it was boring. I didn't find it. People was doing content of it, and to me, it was just a product that should never been put together anyway.
Right. Retro and Marty from Maria, what do you think the ratings are? Because they haven't said yet, have they?
You know what? They haven't showed the ratings for game 1. And watch, before they show the ratings for game 2, they'll throw out tomorrow the ratings for game 1. Tomorrow, you'll probably find out the ratings for game 1 because mostly that's how they do. They never, because they did that to the Fever games. The Fever games was like before the next game or playoff game, they put out the ratings for that. So I think, to me, you'll probably see game 1 ratings, and then by the time game 3 on Wednesday, they'll probably come out with 2. I don't think it's going to be good though. I mean, me personally, I don't think it's going to be over 1 million views. I think it's going to be way under 900,000. And if they say it's over 1 million views, we already know they're lying.
They compete with NFL. Goodness.
Exactly. And today was a slate of games. The game 2, they came on at 3:00. They came on 3:00. I was on my ticker just following it. I didn't really watch it because I was watching. I think I switched to the Colts game, then I switched to the Cowboys game, and then I left it there. And then by the time the Commanders came on, I didn't want to. It was, it's not going to be, to me, what's going on, Louis? Get to see Louise. 27-10, Commanders in. 27-10, Commanders in. Yes. So, but I just feel like they're going to lie about the ratings. They're going to lie about the viewership because they're trying to pump it up. They're trying to pump it up as much as they possible. And it's not. People really know.
Well, they said the first game, the arena holds 12,000 and only 10,000 tickets were sold. So they couldn't even, they said they couldn't even give tickets away. So, like in the casino, they were probably going around handing out tickets and they couldn't even give them away.
And actually it was like $35. They was $35.
So if it's a playoff game, it's supposed to be the 2 best teams in the league. So if that would have been, say, LA Sparks or Indiana Fever, courtside tickets would have been $1,000 or more. They were less than 200.
Even if it was the Golden State Valkyries, I think the tickets would have been a little bit more. Yeah.
Crazy.
So
you said something about leather. Jason Self said that's a leather Tuscadero. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh man, I like that. That's funny. All right, we got 55. All right, guys, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. Let's
Maria ask again, Retro and Marty. I wonder if Kathy is the one that has CC sidelined. What do you think?
I don't know because there's so many variables to go in there with Stephanie White. Kelly Crisscross, Amber Cox, and the organization itself. And I mean, I would not put it past, but I think the organization has more to do with that than anything, because I feel like Stephanie White, the way she was operating all season long, she probably had, probably Stephanie White is the type of person, to me, I feel like will go to Amber Cox or Kelly and say, hey, I don't want Caitlyn to come back. Try to keep her out as long as we can. And then go to the media and try to like make it look like, oh, she's working hard and all of this stuff. Because you think about this. The Indiana Fever never did a statement of saying Caitlin Clark was out for the season. Caitlin did it herself. So somebody had to talk to her in the organization standpoint. Now, could the owners or Kathy call down and send word to them? Yeah. I mean, people do stuff like that all the time. But, and for her, and then this mysterious ankle injury is one of the mysterious things that I can't get over, because it was too many videos showing her shooting, moving. Yeah, she probably wasn't planning and moving the way she was. And we already know, can't say live wire doing a KTV and angry entrance. Hey man. But I just feel like at the end of the day, whatever was said, I think once this CBA deal gets done, I think you'll see a lot of abnormal things that took place this year not take place next year. There's going to be still some craziness, but I think it's going to be a little bit more different, because think about this. Think about this, Maria. There is no way in the world Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese should have been out for the year or been injured the way they've been injured. Even though Angel Reese is not on that par, but they both mean so much to their franchise. And they both young, and they both out. Angel Reese in and out all season. Then she finally was out for the rest of the year. Caitlin was in and out. Then all of a sudden she's out for the rest of the year. That's strange work, because their brands are so big, it overshadows everything, everybody, almost all the players in the league. So I won't be surprised that it had to sabotage. I don't want to use the word sabotage. Shut down both of them players like that on different organizations. We already know that the Sky organization is a dumpster fire by itself. But for Caitlin Clark, I just feel like if she had came back, Stephanie White wouldn't get the credit that she wanted to run the team. You know what I'm saying? Or made all of this thing. So yeah.
Well, I mean, like the narrative was, look, we have all these. What did Tina say? Land of Misfit toys, and look, we're still winning, or look, I don't know.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, if they had got to the finals, oh my God, I hear people on. This is so funny to me. I hear people on X say, "Give Stephanie White a lifetime contract." Do y'all really want her deal for a lifetime contract to coach Caitlin Clark's career?
No, she'd go somewhere else. She wouldn't be there.
My mama always told me this. She said, be careful what you ask for. Because you ask for that and you get it and she doesn't do right, y'all going to be the same ones that been like, she needs to go. She needs to go. I've been saying she needs to go from the door. After a while, yeah, I've been one of the ones that thought she was going to come in and do right, but fool me once.
Yeah, don't fool me twice.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think they're going to improve the abuse against Caitlin?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think with all of this going on now and the eyes and all the scrutiny that has been going on, I think they are going to find some way to clean up. I don't think they're going to do a whole 180, but I think steps by steps, they're going to start improving a little bit. It's going to be very interesting to see how they play Caitlin Clark next year. If they play her softer than what they have been playing her, then I could see, yeah, they have did something. They have changed some things. But if they continue that, then you're gonna say, well, nothing after, because the first thing we're gonna say after all of that hoopla last year down in this, nothing has changed. So to be optimistic, I hope so.
Did you notice at the Colts game that Caitlin didn't look happy?
Yeah,
I mean, the rest of the team's all smiles, like having fun. I didn't think she looked happy.
I got to go back and look at that. I didn't, because when I saw it on X that she was there, I tried to go back to catch the Colts game to see if they could continue to show her and everything. I don't think she is. I really don't think she's happy with the organization. I don't think
I don't
she
think she
likes.
is either.
I don't think she likes where the organization is going, and for her to come back, and she knows she needs to be the focal point of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, you think about this in that video, KK was there, Ari was there. Okay, I don't mind them being there because Ari has a chance to come back, hypothetically. But to see Natasha Howard there and Natasha Howard girlfriend who talked trash about Caitlin Clark, that's weird work to me. And people say, oh, I guess Natasha Howard girlfriend decided to be nice to Caitlin. And me personally, if Natasha Howard comes back to this team next year, I'm not gonna be thrilled about it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be thrilled about it because she doesn't need to be a part of this team. Now I think they all still hanging around the Indy and whatever the case may be. Me personally, I would rather see Sophie or Chloe Bibby or whoever. But I think everybody else is going to do their thing because most of them will probably have to go overseas to play. I know. I think KK is be going to Turkey soon to play over there. So
isn't that strange that she didn't choose Unrivaled?
But see, this is what I kept telling people all season long. People can say, "Oh, she's going to be out for the year. She need to go to Unrivaled." I said, "No, she's not going to go to Unrivaled. It doesn't make sense for her to be not playing for the whole year. That's too long of a." But we don't know what Caitlin Clark's plan is. Caitlin Clark could do anything she want to do in the off season. She does not.
No, I mean KK. Like, isn't it?
I wonder if they had asked her and she turned her down. I'm sure they had asked a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised.
If there's 158 in the W and they only have 40 players, I mean, I know some of them are college, but imagine but it's 3-on-3. I understand that.
I think what it is. Yeah, that's funny because you said that. Because KK playing in there is not benefiting her because she's not a scorer. But then you got Lee LaRue in there who's slow. That just to me, it's like they just want to pull players in there just to say they got players in Unrivaled.
But then Angel's not going back. You know what I mean? Like they didn't get Caitlin, but they got Angel. But now Angel's not coming back.
That's kind of big for Angel not to go back.
Yeah.
I wonder, I wonder if she's still injured, her back.
Oh.
Because
But then I wonder if it's because is Flage coming?
Ooh, Flage is part of Unrivaled, and I think she's part of Unrival's media too. Because she does music as well.
Ooh.
But that's a pretty good.
They had beef. Well, not really beef. They say they don't have beef, but they don't speak anymore.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of things about what's the other girl?
But Paige is going to be there. So she was supposed to be the face.
Yeah,
My brain's just.
I know. I'm just trying to think too. So.
Just a thought. I'm sorry. It's not about me. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Shallow put this up here. He said Angel had beef with Fee. Don't forget. In Unrivaled, yeah, they did last year because that championship.
And then she just left.
Yeah.
Again. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
so
need
it's
to stop.
crazy. Oh, no. You go ahead. You're fine.
Um,
So next question.
I'm looking. Well, Duke said he paid $75 just to attend a Caitlin game in Vegas in 2024. So
Hmm.
I wonder where he sat.
Yeah, I wonder what he said too. Maybe um I wonder was that early in the season, Duke, or that was later in the middle of the season or later in the season? Because if you remember, Caitlin was there. The tickets wasn't really selling until they took off in the second half of the season.
Right. With
So
Christy.
yeah, so I wonder if it was the beginning, the middle, or the second half of the season.
Yeah.
He said he
Um,
sat in upper seats.
okay.
So yeah, that
Bookworm asks, where do you think Sims will go in the new season?
I don't know. Um, it all depends on Stephanie White and how they. To me, it's this. Well, I know Sims is playing in Athletes Unlimited. She's an older player. She's like 33, about to be 34. Um, I can't I can't say I don't want her to come back to the Fever, but we dealing with an organization that no matter what our thoughts is or who we think should be a free agent come to this team, how we construct this team. Because I spent all season last year pulling names out the hat, the perfect people, young talent, and they did a whole 180 on me. So to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I won't be surprised that they tried to court her back for some reason because that's just how crazy they are in that front office. They just they don't they don't look at the future or how this league is. This league is about to be mainly run by guards and small forwards. There's not really that many big people in the league, and this league is going to be moving faster, and you're not going to need a lot of older, slower players. So I don't know. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. UTP, how do you think Stephanie White is going to integrate CC into the offense next year?
Yeah, that's a great question because we already know that they're gonna make sure that Kelsey Mitchell get re-signed. That's this is how I feel like Stephanie White needs to do. She needs to you ran the offense that style a little bit. All you got to do is just add CC to it and run that style completely. Allow CC to do the thing she does. Yeah, she's going to make mistakes. Yeah, she's going to do whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you got to allow her to flow her game. Yeah, she's going to have to learn some other stuff. All the great ones learn how to change their game throughout the years. You just can't take a switch and turn her to somebody
Something
that you
different.
want her to be. Yeah, something different. That will mess her up this time. If you continue to play her something different, guess what's going to happen? She's never going to get back right the way she is because you're going to hinder her performance. And I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. Cece is going to have one of them outbursts like she did on Chrissy Sides, and people going to stop paying attention. And when she start getting mad and start snatching away from you, and whatever the case may be, it's going to be a wrap. Because the next thing is the Indiana Fever franchise cannot afford to lose Caitlin Clark. They cannot afford to lose Caitlin Clark. If they was to lose Caitlin Clark, they will have to definitely fire Stephanie White out the door because if she comes out and say I want to trade because she's not being played or treated somewhere, because each year Caitlin's going to find her voice more and more and more. Once she start learning this league a little bit more, it's going to be one of those things that she's going to think, okay, all right, I don't need to be here. Peggy has a question down there too.
Peggy,
Yes.
did I miss her? If there's a lockout, hot take, I think CC will play for the Browns. But isn't she playing for the Cheryl Miller League?
Who's
CC.
playing? Caitlin? No, not yet. I don't. She would, but see, the only thing with the Cheryl Miller League is the upshot league. It's a player development league, so it's going to integrate college players and probably players that's free agents and stuff like that to help develop them. I don't think it's going to be more for players like Caitlin and stuff. She won't need it, you know what I'm saying, unless she just want to go down there to help out and tune them up or something like that. But I don't see her playing for it. I definitely
Okay, because I was thinking it was okay. It's going to be like a G League because I
yeah,
was thinking it was going to be a 5-on-5 because in my when I couldn't sleep last night or the night before, I was thinking if she went there, that would be phenomenal because when Cheryl coached the All-Star game with her and Angel,
yeah,
she saw something in Caitlin like Lisa Bluter did, and it was
yeah.
like it would just be phenomenal if she had
Let
Cheryl.
me let me tell
Yeah.
you. You know who and this is like out of thin air. Cynthia Cooper would be the right coach for Caitlin.
Mm,
Cynthia Cooper knows how to play that point guard position. She will allow Caitlin. Caitlin would be her. Everybody else will follow her. Like how, even though because there was like there was kind of like rift in the early years of the Houston Comets. What team was it? Either Cheryl Swoops or Cynthia Cooper. And Cynthia Cooper was kind of like the face of the Houston Comets and everything like that. So, and then you have, had Kim Parrott, because Cynthia Cooper was a shooting guard, but Kim Parrott was the point guard. But then you had it, but she was that face. To me, I know it would never happen, but me personally, I would love to see Cheryl, Cynthia Cooper coach them,
mm,
but that would never happen. They already did that. So, but to your point is that the Upshot League is going to be something phenomenal that Unrivaled should have been. Or
right.
Unrivaled should have catered more to the college players, the free agents and stuff like that, instead of trying to pull so many of these old veterans out of the league and try to mix them with young players in the league for 3-on-3. Everybody ain't made for 3-on-3. That's
And
why.
I
Go
know
ahead.
you didn't want to go there, but and I don't know if people know or not, but that was the meeting between Fee and Kathy
Yeah.
because Fee wanted Unrivaled to be like the G League or the Development League for the
Mhm.
WNBA, and Kathy said no.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. In case people don't know,
Yeah, and
so
that's why I kept trying to highlight different points in these videos that I do so people could get a general idea on both sides and stop saying, "Oh, well, this person." It's a tug of war because
mhm,
the WNBA governors, board of governors, and the owners and Adam Silver, they don't want to partner with a league that is not
mhm,
is going to be sustainable and is going to benefit them.
right,
The way I look at it is feed them want it so they can have more money for themselves.
mhm,
If the WNBA was to take on Rival, they would have to buy out on Rival completely. Feed them when they had no connections to that. And that's to me what I feel like that's why Feed them didn't, they wanted to split to be a partner. And the WNBA don't want to be a partner. They want to own the
mhm.
whole thing. And I think Feed them don't want to. DD says live right. Stay focused on keeping the main thing the main thing. Hey, I'm always keeping the main thing the main thing. So yeah, I like that quote though. But that's just why it seems so bizarre. Why she's so mad. Because my
Yeah,
thing is Stewie, why she ain't talking? My thing is Stewie and Fee is the vice president of the Player Association. Why
conflict of interest.
conflicts? Why are y'all talking? Why Aneka Umake supposed to be the president? Why she is not coming out and doing the talking? Why is your
Right.
sister on ESPN talking more about
That's
what's it?
bothering me.
You know what
That
I'm
is
saying?
really bothering me. Yep.
There's no way in the world Shanae Umake should be on TV talking about it because that's so much of a conflict interest in itself to where you have to really say, you know what, hey, ESPN, you got to take her off the air. She's not allowed to talk about this.
Yeah.
And people need to start complaining about her talking about it, about all of them wanting to talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't understand why when she started making comments, that was like totally uncalled for.
Yeah.
I missed somebody here. Somebody made a comment just about how about lowering the rim for easy dunks. Somebody else made a comment about less fouls, like number of fouls.
I think so they got what 6 fouls?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they should go to 4, 5. 5
What is it in high school? Is it 5?
5, yeah. I think they should go to 5 because then that'll make you play differently, you know. But then again, with the way these referees operate, they might just accelerate fouls on people to have the people foul out the game just to have them foul out. So
Maria said this before, but she said she's giving it 5 games. If Cece is in a corner, I'm gone. So, like, I made the comment the other day, I forget whose channel I was on, that, you know, they call Caitlin the baby goat, and oh my gosh, what the movie? I just went brain dead. It's an 80s movie with Patrick Swayze. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Don't put baby goat in a corner. You know what I mean? That is not happening. But if Stephanie can't be the coach next year, she just can't. Howard can't be there. Sims can't be there. You know, and somebody said they're only coring 4 players. And I think because of the new 2 new teams next year. And I think
I don't know. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that.
Dang, I'm thinking.
I haven't heard it because let me see something while we're here chatting it up real quick. So Peggy said USA, college, overseas, all play with 5 fouls. Yeah, they need to play with 5 fouls. So let me look up something real quick.
I see Peggy's question now. Sorry.
Okay, let me take this off real quick. So
yeah, there's a question about USA basketball. Diana Taurasi was trying hard to get Gino to not come back to UConn and Gino be the coach for USA basketball. I was holding my breath because I thought, please no, please God no. We don't want Gino to be the coach.
He already been there. He was the one that kept Candace Parker off.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
So I thought it was already bad enough when she didn't get picked the last time, but you know. So whenever he said he was going to coach again, I thought, oh good.
Yeah. Well, you know, he would have oh, hold on. Dang it. I'll make sure. For what I looked up this time, it said no, the WNBA can only designate one. That's not right.
I just wondered because this year there was only one expansion team, and then there's going to be 2. So is that why someone said that they could only core 4 players?
Okay.
But then KK, AB, and Caitlin still have rookie contracts, so that's 3. And then somebody said Lexi has a whatever her contract is.
Lexi is a restricted free agent, and Bibby is a reserve free agent.
So that's 5.
So it says no.
Dirty dancing. Thank you, you guys.
So they say no. It says no in the 2024 draft. The Golden State Valkyries each is listing WNT protected up to 6 players. So it hasn't said anything about it because in the current CBA, that's what you core 6 players during the suspension draft process. And so if the new CBA changes it, then that's different. But under the current CBA, you only could core 6 players on your team during the suspension draft process. So, and if they get the new CBA done, then that'll be draft different.
Okay, gotcha. Somewhere I'd heard 4, and I don't know why I heard that.
Man, because we don't care about your Cowboys. How about the Commanders?
How about those Browns?
That's right.
I will say, Dylan Gabriel did an excellent job today.
Oh yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett was killing it.
Man, he should have been a Commander. We don't have enough money for him. We just don't have enough money for him. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So keep on with your questions now. It's getting good. I like that. And hit that like button, y'all. It's Sunday. Hit that like button. Show me some love. Show me some love. Show Richard
And
some love.
Alexander, I wasn't taking a dig at Angel. We all know about Angel.
Yeah.
If you want to see something really funny, Alexander, go to CDS's post today because I did make a really big funny on there.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny anyway. I have some sarcasm.
Hey, Alexander, since you're in the chat, one thing about me, I don't kill Angel Reese like that, like everybody else does on different on channels and podcasts. I don't kill her like that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I probably did a few videos on her here and there, but and that's about it. So I'm just not in the. I like killing people like DJ Carrington and AT and DeWanna Bonner and all of them, because I don't like how they roll.
Okay, my question for you was why, I'll say the Redskins because I can't call them Commanders. Why the Redskins? Like, have they always been your team? Were they, when did you start liking them?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. So when I was growing up, I was a San Francisco 49er because I was a huge Joe Montana and Jerry Rice fan. But my favorite wide receiver always been Lynn Swann, and my favorite running back always been Eric Dickerson. But so I love the 49ers because I just had loved Joe Montana. He was slender like I was back then and everything. And I love the way he played the game. So my mom she started watching the Commanders. I mean the Redskins at the time. She was watching them. And I started watching them, I just see how tough nosed this team was. And then I started watching Joe Theismann and the way he played quarterback. And I'm like, I'm going to switch to this team. But I kept the 49ers in the distance, but I still watched and I started picking up on the Redskins and I started learning about them fast and quick and hurry. And then what made me love them more when they went to the Super Bowl against the Miami Dolphins, not the first time, the second time, when John Riggins broke away for the game-winning touchdown to seal it against the Dolphins that year. And ever since then, I just always been a Washington Redskins fan throughout. And it bleeds through my blood more than anything. So I'm a diehard fan.
So what did you think whenever they changed the name?
I didn't like it because I am Native American myself. I'm 25% Cherokee and Seminole Indian, and the tribes didn't have a problem with it. And I think because the way Daniel Snyder ran the team and the way he wasn't for the fans. He wanted to do a lot of different things. The franchise could have won a Super Bowl the year after when they had Marty Shot and Hyman there. And Jack Ken Cook's son wanted to buy the team, but the league didn't allow him to buy the team, and they sold it to Daniel Snyder because I guess he had money like that. And Daniel Snyder did all of this stuff, and it became a lot of pressure from sponsors, and all of that. And they wanted to change the name. That's when all of this stuff was going. They started doing all this crazy stuff, talking about how stuff was being more racist and all of this stuff, and it was never like that. And now that a lot of people that I talk to still call them the Redskins. I call them the Redskins. I got Sean Taylor's jersey that was a Redskin. Sometimes I call them Commanders. Sometimes I call them the Washington football team. I just call them everything because they all roll up in one. But if I had my choice for them to go back to be the Redskins, I would, because that name signifies everything to me. And Rick posted up, he said January 1983 when the Redskins beat the Miami Dolphins. Yes, sir. You know it.
Well, that's the same way with Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, the Guardians.
They said the Chief Wahoo was racist.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been the 1950s cartoon, but the Cuyahoga Valley Indian Association petitioned to keep the name, and they changed it anyway.
And see, the logo for the Redskins had the tribe, the guy that they made it off. And he was cool with it. They asked him, all you had to do is to take that off and put an R up there, or put the word Redskins up there, or put skins. That's all you had to do.
Mhm.
But it was more ways to do it. Now some teams been fighting because I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, I look at the Florida State Seminoles. It's just to me, it's just the Atlanta Braves. I mean, there was the Boston Braves at one time, but it just people just too society is too sensitive at some point in time, and it just when you start affecting sports and stuff like that, it's a problem because that's what the American people love to get away from, to relax and watch sports and have their day fulfilled. When you start tinkling and messing with it, it's cause a problem. So, but like I said, a lot of people still call them the Redskins.
Did you say that you were Cherokee?
Yeah.
Because my kids are 1/16. Like if they would have went to college, they would have still qualified for
Yeah.
scholarship.
Yeah, my uncle, he does a lot of our history for our family. Like
Mhm.
my granddad and his wife, his wife mother was pure Seminole, and my granddad's wife was pure Cherokee. So, and I
Uh,
always could tell people that Indian because of high cheekbones.
Yeah. Well, that's what they asked me. They're like, "Oh, it was you?" And I'm like, "No. If you see my kids' dad's family, you can tell. But their great grandma was full Cherokee. So
Mhm.
it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you have a question. Do you know why the name Redskins was deemed objectionable? Well, I think you covered that, but that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Rick said during the Florida State Miami game last night, they were doing the tomahawk shot. Yeah. Oh, that was a great game last night. Go you. Go you. Hey, it's been a great weekend for me. Miami won. Washington won. Needed the Cowboys to lose. Sorry.
Peggy's from a small tribe upstate New York or that area, and I can't even pronounce that. Maybe you
Oh,
can.
oh man. Oh, because I know that name because I've seen it in Seattle a lot. I can't pronounce it. I ain't want to mess it up. But I've seen that name a lot on the West Coast in Seattle all the time. Yeah. So
Marty, I wish they picked better names. I know it's the Guardians. It
mhm.
it it's dumb. We can't even say it.
Yeah,
We still call them the Cleveland Indians.
I know. I like that's why I said a lot of people call them the Redskins. I was like, I can't. It's just
Yeah.
too much. It's just too much for me. So, all right, chat. So now that y'all had asked me some questions, I'm going to ask y'all some questions. So, what is your future forecast for the Indiana Fever? Now that the Indiana Fever has made the playoff 2 years straight, they made the first round, got put out. They made the semifinals, got put out. Could the third year be the charm for the Fever to make it all the way and win the WNBA title? That's my question to anyone in the chat to answer that.
Mm. There's a lot of depends on that one. Depends
Yeah,
on the coach. Depends on the players. Depends on.
I know. Jeff says. Jeff says depends on the new roster. True. Okay, Jeff. So since you said depends on the new roster, what would you like to see change on the new roster? Would you want veterans again, or would you want some younger, fresh, athletic talent around CC?
I'm trying to think of who's coming. Like who will be in the draft? Is Flage coming out?
She's coming out. It's going to be hard because I think the Fever right now. Let me look up. Let me look at it right here. WNBA. 2020.
Maria says if they let CC steer the ship, maybe.
So right now, the draft order for the Fever is 10th. It's 10th in the draft. So if I do the mock draft on it, they got
There's only 10.
Well, they no, it's 10, it's 15 in the first round, but they got the
Oh,
Fever picking 10th.
sorry. Oh, we're
Yeah.
picking 10.
So they got Dallas picking Laura Betts. They're not gonna pick her. They're gonna most likely pick AZ for. They got the Minnesota picking AZ for. They got Flauze going to the Mystics. That they will be deadly if they get Flauze over there. Already with Sonya Citron and that team, that young team is going to be something to look out for. Even though I don't like the owner of the Mystics, and then they got 2 picks in the draft. They got the number 4 and the number 9, and they got them picking Chloe Kitts, and they got us picking Cardi McMahon, and I definitely don't want her on this team. Her and CC got beef. She's from Ohio State, and we don't need
Oh,
a
I know who she is.
yes,
Oh,
yeah, definitely not her.
Lord. Yeah, she's like a Dijonais.
Mm-hmm. And she got
Goodness.
torched. The Sky came and picked number 5 because they get that pick to Connecticut, and they got Tanaya Latson going there. But it just depends if the Fever could actually move up. If the Fever could actually move up and make a trade with the Mystics to get Flauze, that would be good. But I don't see them moving up that far. It's gonna be hard. Ken, I would just file an admin. So yeah.
Well, Paige wants her girl on her team,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but won't they be first pick?
Well, they got on first pick now, but with the lottery, when they do the WNBA lottery, if they don't get the first pick, then it'll be up to depends on who gets the first pick. It could be Doom, Minnesota. If Minnesota gets the first pick, they pick in AZ Flood. They got Minnesota. And if say for instance, if Connecticut, that would be crazy. If Connecticut was to get because Connecticut, the Sparks picked 3rd. Connecticut is 5th. I think any one of them up there could get the number 1 pick and still pick AZ Fudd. I would love to see them hurt Paige Hart on that one. And AZ Fudd has been hanging out in DC a lot. When the games come, she's been hanging out there.
Really?
Rick says AZ is supposed to be the number 1 pick overall in this draft. I don't know. To be honest with you, she's going to have a hard time being the number 1 pick, to be honest with you, because I don't think she's going to be a number 1 pick over Olivia Miles. I just don't see her being the number 1 pick over Olivia Miles at all. And I don't see her being the number 1 pick over Laura Betts either. If Laura Betts and Olivia Miles has a standout year, there's no way she's going to be the number 1 pick. Now it depends what team picks number 1 too. You know what I'm saying? So if say for instance Dallas become the number 1 pick, yeah, she'll be the number 1 pick. But if you have another team picking number 1, I don't see her being the number 1 pick. Unless somebody just pick her just to keep away from Paige.
You have a question. Did you see the 6'2" forward Toby Fournier that's apparently going to Duke that can consistently dunk? I haven't.
Toby.
What's
the name?
Hold on.
Oh, I see it. I just Canadian.
Say?
Oh yeah, Canadian. Yeah. Okay. He says she could dunk. Oh yeah, that's to see highlights. Just show highlights. I wonder when she's coming out. Hey, Colleen, how you doing?
I was to say Malonga will probably be dunking. So will KK. That's why I was so mad that KK was on the bench so much.
Yeah, actually, KK. I mean, KK could dunk. I done seen Hannah. what's the girl name? Malanga. I don't see her dunk. She dunked the preseason in practice. The Fever needs to draft the Hanson brothers or get Roman out of retirement and put up on another. Oh my gosh. What's going on, Jay?
It seems like a lot of people don't like Cece, which is crazy to me. That's Delisha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I think it's jealousy. I think it's the whole woman emotion thing. You know.
And see, I was telling Courtside, and I had put in the chat this young lady named Peyton Stewart. She's from Oregon, and she's a junior in high school, I think. And she shoots just like Caitlin. I mean, I'm still gonna do a video on it. She shoots just like Caitlin. I mean, she like when I say from all round the rim, 30, 32. I couldn't believe it either. I said, nah. But her dad on X, he been posting videos of her. And I just happened to come across it and save it in my bookmark. So I said, I'm gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit more research and follow her a little bit, follow her journey a little bit like that. So I think college basketball or women's basketball is gonna be. I think it's gonna be more exciting this year than it was last year, and everything like that. I just think, to me, the best player on UConn, even though she's not gonna come out yet, is Sarah Strong. It just. The way she plays the game, if it wasn't for her and AZ Flood, they would have lost a lot of their games last year.
She was MVP, wasn't she? And everybody was shocked.
I think so, yeah.
Sarah
Strong, yeah, because she's good. She's really good. And I'm not, I don't like UConn, but I love the way she played the game. She plays the game how I want AB to play the game like that. She could hit the three. She could back down. She does it all.
Yeah, because I think in that championship game, like Paige did not have a good game.
No, she didn't.
And Sarah was killing it.
Yeah. Hannah Stokely for a start. Yeah. I would love for the Fever to pick at number 10. They need to pick Hannah Stokely because nobody's talking about her. And I would love her to go down the board until when the Fever pick Hannah Stokely. I guarantee you CC gonna push for her doing to pick Hannah Stokely. I bet money on it. Let me tell you, she knows CC game. She could, and Hannah Stokely could be the one to help AB out because say you could switch them in roles. Hannah could play the forward. Boston could play the center. Hannah Stokely could pull out, or you could switch roles the way you want to. It'll be so fluid, and she runs the floor way better than Howard. And she knows how to be in position for everything. Caitlin, I'm telling you, they might have Hannah Stokely and Caitlin. If that was to happen, they might have the best connection on the Fever, other than besides AB and Mitchell. They probably had it. Because guess what? That pick and roll will open up so fluently because if you pull Leah out and pull Stokely out at the top with Caitlin, and they both and one of them cut and the other one trail, you're not going to be able to deal with both Hannah and Aaliyah Boston down there. And Stokely, she could hit. So I will be covering a lot of Iowa anyway. And it's funny because I'm covering Iowa because of Caitlin Clark. So I'm still going to follow them. And that's just how it was when Jordan came to the Bulls. I started following the Bulls because of him. And then when he left, I continued to make that my team. So
do you think AB would do better if she would play at her natural position?
Yeah. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. Chrissy Sides, even though we didn't like the paint touches, but she made the pick and roll famous by her and Aaliyah Boston Lil Boston and CC running the pick and roll so effectively. That's why they was able to been one of the most higher scoring teams in the second half of the season. And then people was like, "Oh, you don't want to play a fever? They get out and run. They'll run you." And they used to run these teams down on the ground, but they just didn't have the defense element of that team to go along with it. And that's why I feel like Stephanie White needs to learn how to worry about the defense and let whoever is your drawing up your plays be the offensive coach of it and allow that team to run. If that team was able to run the way they would have run, I don't think Caitlin would have got injured. I think by them trying to change the offense around, kind of like messed her up. And see, Hannah Stokely would have been perfect because she knows how to set a right pick for Caitlin. Leah Boston doesn't, for some reason, she does not know how to set a pick. I see Bree Turner set a better pick than her.
Did you notice that about Asia though too? Didn't they play at the same school?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Asia shoots threes, but it's like, I don't know. They just go and they kind of stand. You know how like in practice you do like that fake like okay, we know we're going to block somebody, and then you move. It's kind of like they do the same thing in a game. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to go over here. We got to block. You know, it's just like this fake movement. It's like they don't. Some players, and my daughter was like this, understand the game. They understand why they're moving where they're moving. What do you call that? Caitlin has it. You can see what the other team is doing, where they're moving. Huh?
Like high IQ?
High IQ, yes. Yeah. And I think that's whenever she did that Sue Bird interview, and she said 3/4 of the WNBA are dumb. They don't get it. They don't understand the play. They don't understand. And I can see that in like Aaliyah Boston. I can see that Lexi gets it. Sophie gets it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even Howard, she's down there. She doesn't understand which side of the basket she's supposed to be on.
She's a veteran. She been
drives
in the game
me crazy.
I was like, how do you not know how to set a screen? How do you not know how to rim roll to the basket?
They're not rebounding. They're missing layups. You're missing freaking free throws. What? That is a free basket, a free point.
Yeah, if you can't shoot free throws, you're
getting paid over $100,000 a year to play basketball, and you can't make a free throw.
And see, that's the thing. They go overseas. There's nobody really watching them. They can play awful as they want, and they think because they have a little bit of success playing on these teams and getting all these awards and accolades over there, they come back and think oh well, I could do this in the W. No, it's not. Each game is different. It's called different. The play is different. The style is different. And it's just wild to me that I watch these players. And the thing about it is, this is why what's the young lady just transfer out for Wally? She transferred out because the fact of the matter is, Dawn Stanley to me, I feel like she is as successful as she is. It don't seem like she developed them players properly. Them players should be able to develop. I think she put more time in certain players. Like you had Aaliyah Boston over there behind Asia. Then you had Camila Cardoza behind AB. All three of them centers should have been. All three of them players should have been developed into NBA players.
Right.
Like it just don't make sense. Like AB said, I listened to her press conference. She said, I want to be a little bit better than I was this year, and I want to shoot a little bit more threes. I was like, come on. But
I'm really proud of the job that I did this year. You were worse this year than you were last year, honey. How are you proud of that?
Your points production went down significantly. You wasn't even you was the most foul prone player in the league this year.
It's because you had a coach telling you were doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. No, you weren't.
No accountability.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And see, if Stephanie White started holding them accountable and like the way you try to hold Caitlin accountable, then you would be able to see the flaws in these players. She doesn't see the flaws in them. She wants them. she want to be their friend and don't want them to be mad. No, you need a coach that really get on their
Okay. Can you see that in like whenever this is the best coach I've ever had? She sees the greatness in me, Kelsey Mitchell. Well, she sees the greatness in you because she never tells you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, I guarantee you, they got a coach that criticized their game and made them work on their game. I guarantee you, I have not seen one player work on a shot. I have seen Caitlin work on her shot after a game when she's not shooting bad. I never see Kelsey Mitchell stay behind and just shots or get up shots. I have never seen AB stay behind and just went out.
Or would she say she'd be in the gym at 5:30 in the morning?
Yeah,
Probably because she couldn't sleep.
probably. Mike Force said, "Lauer, shout out to you. Great videos on the drama." Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
Maria said, Marty, I have never seen so many players injured on one team.
You know what, Maria? I'm gonna touch on that for a minute. And I don't want to sound that person, but I think some of them injuries been drummed up. I think, especially with the Chloe Bibby one, out of nowhere, it just didn't seem right to me because how is Chloe Bibby just play and all of a sudden she's injured. She's injured. She shouldn't be injured. She didn't even play that much to get injured.
I told you about her Vanderbilt, though, didn't I?
Yeah. So I was like,
something isn't right.
Yeah, I think they need to get a whole new trainers, especially with them getting this new practice facility. They need to have state of the art trainers, everything. You need to have everything state of art. You need to have the water tubs, recovery, all kind of stuff. Because there's no way in the world that these team trainers know what the heck they're doing.
But you know what? There was 38 players in Unrivaled last year. And there were so many injuries that they had to recruit players to come in to finish the season at Unrivaled last year. And then if they were injured, and then you're going to go, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then the WNBA season starts, and you already had 38 players injured.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to be fully recovered to start the WNBA season. So I don't know.
So Didi said, Bibby out for the season because her knee swelled after traveling. I didn't understand why she was ruled out for the season. I don't understand it either. That's why I'm saying her injury is more suspicious to me than Colson's, because Colson and Eric McDonough got hurt in the same game. And it was just crazy. It to me, it felt so much like FIBA was trying to throw the season away, and they didn't know how to throw it away. And they didn't expect for the hardship players to come in to play the way they did. That's why I think. I think they was really trying to throw this season. And it kind of like backfired on them. To me, that's how I feel about it. Sitting back and thinking, Lewis says, Livewire, yes, Chloe Bibby. I believe that they are being dishonest. Remember, Chloe came in and scored 11 points in 11 minutes, and then Stephanie sat her down. Stephanie only wants certain players. I agree, correct. She only wants certain players, and that's why she likes Ari Madonna. That's why she likes what's the girl name? Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard. But that's not because you like a person. That doesn't mean it's a winning success of basketball. It has to be team chemistry. You can't have the same players and flawed players on the team, and you think because you get to the semifinals, you got to the semifinals a couple of years ago, and you was bounced out in the second round last year. because you keep basic players. You need players that's going to complement your team. If you don't know how to coach that, then it's time for you to step aside. Oh yeah.
Well, Stephanie, if you can think about Stephanie coaching like the coach for Juju Watkins, because whenever Stephanie coached in college, she had 4 season-ending injuries for her starter players. The next year, she had 2 season-ending injuries for star players. The next year, she had the star players wanting transferred. This is before NIL deals. So you had 6 players in 2 years with season-ending injuries. That means you, like Juju's coach, you pushed them and you pushed them and you pushed them until they got hurt. So
I think Stephanie White's styles, the way she plays, is not good. Yeah, you want to be a defensive team, but Lexi Hall shouldn't be out there crashing around the whole court. She crashed around the whole court. I'm sure she probably had to sleep in a hyperbaric chamber after the season end because her body was so banged up. It shouldn't be that way. You should have complimentary
Sophie
players.
was the same. Sophie was the same.
Yeah. And then they got injured, and all of a sudden now, he said Alexa, when was Johnson? I don't know the date when she was, but that was a bizarre one too. Right before the playoffs, she didn't play none of the. And they say a mild concussion takes 2 to 4 weeks, but
it was a practice collision. They said with one of the male practice players.
But
so,
guess what? Asia Wilson was concussed this year, and I think she only missed like 2 games and came back.
Asia Wilson, yeah.
So,
but Becky probably said, "Get your ass out there."
Yeah, right. You got the MVP to steal.
Where Stephanie's probably saying, "Oh no, we need another week, and you can't travel on the plane, and you can't."
Yeah, that's wild. Lewis said, "Livewire, can you give me a 2-minute quick explanation of the difference between Stephanie White motion and Rita React?" Whew, man, well. A 2-minute quick definition for the ones who don't know. So I'll do this for you real quick. So now Stephanie White's motion offense, it allows players to touch the ball when you really don't need number one person to touch the ball. The motion offense emphasis on free flowing movement, but in Stephanie's style of her motion offense, it doesn't allow free flowing movement because they don't know exactly where to go to make the offense free flowing. A free flowing offense, you're supposed to know where to cut, where to move, where to line yourself up, and how to get the ball to each other. They don't know how to do that. The motion offense is more like a one-on-one offense. It depends on who's hot, who gets the ball, because they don't never throw it in the paint. They hardly ever throw it in the paint unless it's Natasha Howard down there. And says it's players' decision making without strict rules. Now, that's a key point right there because
they move. They don't move unless the player they're guarding moves. Right.
Exactly. So if it's a free flowing offense and the player's decision making, what decision making in Stephanie White's offense that has any player made? That's the difference. Her offense doesn't even mirror nothing of a motion offense at all because these players.
Imagine, like, you got this person in front of you and you're guarding them, and you're not moving unless they're moving, but you got, let's see, 10, so 8 other people back here. All kinds of stuff's going on. You're so focused on this person right here. You know, read and react is like you have your peripheral vision. You're like watching what's going
Yeah.
on. So, Lord have mercy. Stephanie just got to go.
So,
Sorry.
and
That was your job, not mine.
no, you did good. You did good. So, and it says the read and react offense provide a more structured, layer approach. It defines the rules while reading the defense to execute specific automatic cuts in motion. That's what it's supposed to be. That's why Caitlin Clark is so good in it, because she's already anticipating the movement of the defense. Once the defense doesn't even have a chance to react to her movement because she's already out thinking them. And that's why Stephanie White's so-called motion offense, I don't even know if it's a motion offense. It doesn't resembles nothing of a motion offense.
It's more like it's more zone.
Yeah.
It's more
And so
zone.
the way she runs her offense is more like, if this player gets the ball, you just find a lane to get an open shot, or you find the person you can get the ball to. If not, then you just take the shot. That's what it is.
Yeah.
She didn't like the way
you go over here somewhere, and then but if she goes over here, then you go over here, but then you never saw her with a whiteboard hardly. It was
no.
Coach
So
Kelly.
Lewis, I hope that explains it pretty much for you. And yes, Didi, a concussion protocol requires two missed games. Exactly. Mellow Yellow, how you doing? And she said, "Hey guys."
I will tell you, I do have a client that got a concussion in high school basketball. He hit the floor, and he still suffers today. And he is graduated college. He has to wear prism glasses. He gets migraine headaches. His fall was so hard. I mean, and I'm like, when I first heard him, I was like, "You got a concussion in basketball?" Like, because I thought it was like football, hard, rough sports. Not that basketball is not hard and rough, because I've clearly seen it this year. And his mom was like, "Oh yeah, yeah," and like he wanted to play college basketball and couldn't, and he was good. He was good, but his fall was so hard, and his glasses are red lenses. Like, because I was like, "What's up with your glasses?" And he's like, "I have to wear prism glasses because it's affecting my vision." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me." So depending on where she was hit, how she fell,
the impact of everything.
Yeah. So
Melody said, "Hey guys, White has been watching CC 8 years, narcissistic personality. She will not change and wants to change a generation player. To me, is pretty." I agree with that. But you know what's funny though? Because a person watch you for 8 years still don't know how to coach you.
Right.
Because they don't understand the player. I literally heard Stephanie White on calling a WNBA game, and she was calling the game that Luka when he was playing with the Dallas Mavericks, and the team was playing differently, because you got to understand, a team is naturally going to play different when your leader is not on the floor, because they have to figure out how to get open shots. That's what makes it look so different, and they have less stress. But when your main players on the floor, they already know the assignment. They already know what to do. They don't have to do too much. And I don't think Stephanie White ever understood that. She thought because they was playing without their star player, they played more free and they was feeling good. They ain't had to worry about it. No, it's the opposite. They had to learn how to play with that player.
Delisha said they were making CC go full throttle on both ends, defense and offense, and you can't make her play that hard on defense and offense. She'll be broke down, which that obviously Stephanie didn't know, or the players didn't know how to play with her. But once she gave the ball away, she never got it back.
Exactly.
That off ball crap was. Ugh.
And when she do get the ball, she like, you know what? Hey, it's what it is. So
yeah, Alexandra, she is a phony. She's a phony.
Yeah, super phony.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Lewis said, I don't think Stephanie is dumb. Of course, I doesn't agree, but I do believe it's a huge sabotage. The league's management, the FIBA management, the coaches who would even allow CC to get her fans to cheer. I pretty much, it was a question similar to this, to your the thought process early on when I started this, and I broke it down because somebody asked me, do I think it was Kathy who ordered for CC to stay out? And see, the thing about it is, when you're in the midst of a high, this CBA deal is going to stretch out for the next few 7 years, 8 years, or whatever the case might be. This CBA deal is probably the most important CBA deal ever, and it's going to catapult long because there won't be no older players in the league after a while. And the question was asking, do I think Kathy ordered them too? And I say it's a combination of all, because to your point, it has to be management, coaching, everything, the league, because they know for a fact if CC had played and revenue jumped up again, that CBA, they would have to pull out more in the CBA than they're willing to put out. And so, yeah, I didn't want to use the word sabotage, but yeah, I do believe it's some sort of like, take a back seat for this year until we can get the deal done. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we already know in sports, I don't like to use the word fake injuries, but you could say, well, hey, are you healthy to come back? Because just think, in the NFL, players could get healthy, but they'll keep them on the PUP list for a long time. Especially if you're trying to tank a season and you don't want that person to come back, you'll keep that person out. And then all of a sudden you just end up taking them off the PUP list and put them on IR before that certain number of date. Anna, hola. I'm sorry I didn't speak to you earlier. My bad. Carlene said, they didn't allow CC to even clap to the crowd. They grabbed her, yanked her off the floor. Yeah, that was Austin Kelly's wife did that. And then another one also was when she got into it with that referee and snapped on him, and you saw Brian January yanked her and then do like this to her like that. And I was like, I said, man, there is no way in the world. There's no way in the world. And I think CC probably got tired of all of that. And I just feel like next year they're gonna get the worst out. They're gonna get the worst CC. I think she's gonna be clapping back at Stephanie White doing. I think she allowed Stephanie White to really get a groove on, feeling herself. But I think next year Caitlin's going to explode on Stephanie White. I see it coming. It's going to be in there.
Maria said, I want these assistant coaches to keep their damn hands off of CC.
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be something in the contract that's like? Yeah,
you're not supposed to grab a player. You're not supposed to be touching a player. But we saw Christy Sides did it last year, and her and Caitlin Clark got into it. And so you see Stephanie White won't grab her. She'll call over and talk to her. But Brianne January and Austin Kelly's wife, they should never be just grabbing to her. Just say, hey, come on back. Because Brianne January tried to do that with Sophie, and Sophie told her not to touch her. Just go ahead on. You know what I'm saying? They might not want Sophie back. So thinking Sophie probably, some people say they think Sophie Cunningham was a bad influence on Caitlin Clark. I have heard that on other podcasts. Saying they think she's a bad influence on Caitlin Clark. She's supposed to be a veteran. She's just supposed to be showing a better example and stuff like that.
Why? Because she has a black belt in Taekwondo. So they're afraid of her.
She speaks her mind. It's just like, you got, I don't know. I think Brianne January is going to get picked up for one of the expansion team if they have a season next year. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I heard Stephanie White say her coaching staff been with her for a long time. When she was with the Indiana Fever the first time around, Austin Kelly was the training coach. That goes to show you how long they've been with her. So that's
Or he was part of the male practice squad at some point.
mm-hmm.
So she just picks him to be like an assistant coach.
Yeah, that's wild. And then you got like, because his wife was on Christie's side staff last year. She brought him over. She brought the husband over. She was already there last year, and she never was acting like that. And now, so all of a sudden, she's not feeling herself because her husband there, and it was Stephanie White. And Scott Atkins was a ball boy for Stephanie White on the male. What? He looked like a ball boy. To be honest with you, he does look like a ball boy, for real.
Yeah, he acts weird, like a weirdo, but he got fired from covering the Pacers. So like, what did he do that he got fired from covering the Pacers? And then he comes over. They said he's a brown noser to White. So what, she like slip him 100, you know? Here,
Yeah.
I need you to say this, or I need you to not print this, or
Kent say at Live Sports, are you coming live or just this? I don't understand.
Oh, you were gonna have people come up, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. Woo. All right, so I got like 20 something minutes.
I can drop. You want me to drop?
I'm gonna drop the link in there for a few people to come up and then we could do a little Q&A question. So I'm gonna drop the link a little bit just to have a few, not a whole panel, but just a couple of people in and out. You know, we're gonna, once I get to the 2-minute mark on the 2-hour mark on this ticker, then I'm gonna close it down. But like I said, this is just a Q&A question for y'all because I really want y'all to. I just want to get back and just show my appreciation to y'all because for rocking with me so much and everything like this. So I really appreciate it. And again, also, if I could find it, if you're not a member of the channel and you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that red arrow right there where it says subscribe. And if be a member, hit that join now to be a member of the channel, because eventually soon this channel will be getting a revamp of a whole new logo and all of this stuff and a new website, and where I will be doing blogs with and have questionnaires on the website that y'all can drop questions and anything like that. Y'all can follow me and stuff like that. And then when you become a member of the channel, I could do like sometimes if I don't want to do a full live stream, I could do a members only live stream and just have members in there, and then we could have a formal. I might do a Discord site. I don't know yet. It depends. So to stay tuned, a lot of things is going to happen for the channel. Didi say White's crying reaction. Oh my gosh. If you had seen that one video I did when I had put like a clip it at the beginning, said the Academy Award goes to, and then it switched to Kate. Stephanie White said, I really love y'all guys. I appreciate y'all so much. She kills me with her little whining things. And she was crying in the press conference after they lost.
Their season ending. What are the season ending interviews? She looked like she'd been crying all night, and I kept thinking, yeah, because you're going to get fired.
So Louise, you want me to do a live every so often? I mean, I'll do a few per week. I can do that. He said, wow, retro, that's awesome. Very hard work.
Oh, his wife's a hairdresser.
Oh, no, this is it for the night for me. I'm not. Now, if you want me to do one this week, I can. I could do a full live this week, and everything. Um, Probably. Let me see. I could do one Wednesday evening, probably around about 4 or 5. Depends on if my sidekick here, her schedule. But I could do
I
one. I mean,
That's my 10-hour day. Sorry.
every time her job was at risk or Kelsey was, she's crying about because Kelsey kept saving her job. Uh, I saw that, Marty. What did you see, Maria? So, Chad, if you got any more questions until we got like 20 minutes. I mean, we got, yeah, I think we got like 20 minutes. So if y'all got any more questions for me, please shoot them so I can answer them. As soon as they ask Stephanie about, yes, please, bro, you and Retro are my favorites. She's a generation. She gets aggravated. She said one time when asked that Caitlyn was another player who came up to bed. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I think Caitlyn is fed up with Stephanie White on the Lolo because I think this year shows her that she's gonna have to come out like a beast. Quoting Flage's song, coming out like a beast. So yeah, she's gonna have to come out like a beast. She's going to oh nah see Courtside has a bar. I have a lounge. See, that's the
Oh,
difference. He has a bar. I have a lounge. You know what I'm saying? My lounge is for people to come in and relax. No tension. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do believe CC is gonna get very annoyed from her and everything like that. It's going to be one of those things that you're gonna see a very explosion between them two this year because she's going to try to control her, and CC is not going to go for it this year. She allowed her because she's injured this year. But I think if CC wasn't injured this year, I think you would have saw CC and Stephanie White butt heads this year, big time. Shallow say, CC will not make any waves regardless. Oh, she did it last year. Uh, Mike Force say Retro is a great co-host. Glad to see her here with Livewire.
who
Man,
said that?
y'all. Mike Force 10.
Oh, thanks.
Actually, Mike Force came from. He came over from. I think, if I'm not sure, I think he came from KTTV. A lot of people say they see me over on other people's channels, so they follow me. That was awesome. She said, Colleen said, that's awesome. I have a lounge. Big difference. Yes. Because sometimes the reason why I did this Q&A fan appreciation is it's my way to giving back to y'all because y'all been rocking with me so long, and some of you new and some of y'all see me on other people's channel and y'all comment on my videos and stuff like that. Y'all show me support and I love they go Maria.
Hola, señor and señorita.
Hola, señorita.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo estamos hoy? Muy bien, muy bien.
Something very good.
Yes.
Something very good.
Hey, keep going. I didn't
So-
want to interrupt you. I heard you call my name. So
No.
let me.
Hey, is that your cat? Your real cat?
Yeah, he's a butthole, but I
Oh.
love him. He,
So, yeah.
he's
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, he's a nut.
So you said that Courtside has a bar and I have a
Yeah.
lounge. I have a lounge.
Hey,
My lounge
if it works, if it works for you, buddy, we're here, man.
see
It's
in my
all good.
lounge we could play darts. We could play if you look behind me, you can play darts. You have a guitar band behind me, and you can play pool. So yeah.
Sweet. I can slam on the drums and the guitar. Cool. Right
Right
on.
there.
I'm there.
Well, all right, Gloria Stefan in the Miami Sound Machine.
You're crazy, man. Hey, you know what? I have decided that come next season, I'm gonna punch Stephanie in the face, and I'm gonna take over the fever. I'm gonna
Look,
take over the fever. That's
well,
it.
well, look
That's
who just popped up here. Nicole Rance. Oh, I just got here.
Hey,
We starting up a
hey,
band.
Nicole.
Hey, you're the lead singer.
Yeah. I don't sing, so Nicole, we need you up here singing.
Yeah. Didi
So
said,
funny.
Lyra, I saw your guitar. Do you play? Didi, I honestly, I tried to play when I was a couple of years back, and I wanted to. Um, and actually, I want to get another guitar so I could stop playing and try to stop playing. I love to play, but
All right on.
I'm but I do a lot of writing, like for poetry and music to poetry. So when y'all hear me playing music before my live go, that is my music.
I'm a
So,
painter. How about that?
artistic, very.
Artistic. Yep. Hey, did you see?
Maria coming out
Because
That
swinging.
because you
who said?
go ahead. I'm sorry, Retro.
Somebody said, don't forget to punch Amber.
Yeah, I saw.
When
I
you,
just saw that. Oh,
Honestly,
the
I
fists.
think
The fists are going to be swinging, baby. The fists are going to be swinging.
what's up, what's up, Sherry and Marty?
Nicole and I
You
are
know,
gonna do. Nicole and I are gonna do a show in a couple
that
weeks.
would be fun.
Oh,
That
that's
would
be
be fun to
awesome.
watch you guys do it.
Hey, just let me know so I can tune in.
There, I'm there too. I'm there too. I'm into watch. But you
Dr.
know what's
M,
funny is
what's
like
up? Better late than never.
because you're talking about like what instruments we play and stuff. And like I
Mhm.
told you, I grew up in the projects, right? I grew up with Puerto Rican Italian, and I grew up with Latin music, and I end up playing country music. My mom always used to say that the milkman, because I'm a country girl. I listen to country music more than anything
Mm.
else. And I play country music, so it's like, yeah,
I
maybe the
listen to
milkman. You
everything.
never know.
I listen to
Yeah,
everything. Country music.
and yeah, and I love classical music too. And it's like my
Yeah,
my brother just look at me like, God, you're a dweeb.
yeah.
I'm like,
Actually,
no, I am.
I
I'm
have a
just
whole
cultured.
I have a whole catalog of me writing poetry and doing music to poetry. And
Uh-huh.
I that's one of my biggest passion after my mom passed away, and I started getting into poetry.
Mm, right on.
And so I have a lot of music. Like I would throw something up there in on my player right here and stuff, and just play it.
Hmm.
And so because it's kind of different shows a different side of me and everything like that. Um, but yeah,
You have to
uh,
have those outlets. It, it's
yeah, I
it's
do.
a it's a balance. It's a balance.
Mhm. Dr. M said, Loudwire, love the transfer reference. Oh yeah. Hey,
What did he say?
I'm telling you, he loved my Transformer reference when I did that video with Optimus Prime. If anybody old school, the old Transformers cartoon back in the day, Transformers
Uh-huh.
the movie, with Optimus Prime
Okay.
and Megatron were fighting, and he says, one shall stand and one shall fall. And Megatron said, why throw your life away so recklessly? And Prime said, that's a question you should ask yourself. I was like, man, that was one of the most classic lines ever. I said, yes. And then I did one yesterday with a few good men, and say, you want the truth? I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I was cracking up because when I was doing the video, I was dead laughing so hard. I was like, man, people gonna be thinking I'm crazy right now. Well, I like
Now,
doing
I
something
thought
like,
that was one of your best videos, actually. And the other
I,
one, you did another one that had a movie clip in it.
Neo with the Matrix.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I do that sometimes, just like add a little pizzazz to the video a little bit. So I think it's pretty cool. So I just try to get something different, stay away from the regular stuff other people do. So yeah. Uh
Everybody's
oh,
I
saying
like
sorry about your loss.
thank you, Angela. It's she's been gone for some years now, but I think this year My brother will be 3 years. He's been passed. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow. I'm so sorry.
it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Oh, Nicole say, "Oh, I missed it, Marty. What happened with your mom?" Oh, she passed away in 2006 from congestive heart failure. So, but she was a cancer survivor also.
Hmm. Those are some strong individuals with shit that that they have to fight. Those are some strong people, you
Yeah.
know.
Dr. M said, Livewire, we had the same sense of humor that was cracking me up so hard too. Hey, anything to make y'all day, that's what it is. And like I said before, when I come on here, it's just Maria and I, it's, oh, look at Peggy done snuck up in here in the chat. What's going on, Peggy?
Oh.
So, and it's just me personally. I just want to give back because I really appreciate all of y'all. Even Nicole, like you, when we always do a play by play, and when she can't, and now I got Retro to fill in for her. I just love what I do, and I love like when I drop a video and y'all comment. I like comment behind y'all because I'm always trying to see how y'all think and how y'all what makes the passion behind how y'all feel. I never ever in my comments ever get into a back and forth with anybody. I always listen to y'all, read y'all comments, and we'll go back and forth even when we on lives and stuff like that. So it just gives me a better perspective of certain things too, because I might not have all the answers. I do a lot of research. I research a lot more than anything. That's why I'll try not to do videos just kind of like talking off the top, because I used to do that when I first started. And then I started to see a lot of people, just do it just to see, because they see a story. And sometimes you have to get the whole story or some of the story to look up to make sure that you are able to, deliver to your audience. Um, Angela say, yeah, I like how live all your comments back. Not many people do that. Yeah. And because when you engage with your audience, it makes them come back more and more to your
Yes.
content. You know what I'm saying? And then they'd be like so
Well,
eager to like, well, I wonder what he's gonna do next. I wonder what he's gonna put out next. I wonder what he's thinking, and stuff like that.
hmm
Oh, thank you, Nicole.
And if I,
She said this
well,
community is amazing. Thank you.
hey, Marty, I also
Sure.
wanted to share with you that, as far as I'm concerned, you're like my second treat. And
Oh,
but you're still just as valuable as courtside. The reason I said that is because I came on board first with courtside, and I would
mhm.
have not known about you had you not hooked up with courtside.
Yeah.
So now now you and courtside get custody of all the children within
I know. But
right, retro. They both have custody of all the children in the room.
funny. I don't even know how me and Courtside met. And it's
I
funny because
know.
I think he commented on one of my videos, and I used to see him on the videos. And I remember he said that we need a link, and I was like, okay, cool. Because when some people say that, it's like, okay, yeah. And then I think I gave him my email, and he emailed me, and we kept corresponding. And then I think I came on, and then I started following him on his channel. I said, okay, that's who it is. And I came on, and then we started talking from there, because people see me all the time on other people, like Keeping the Vision on
Hmm.
KTV. I started going on theirs, because they started posting lives on certain days, and I was just jumped on there, and he started recognizing me. He saw my work and stuff like that. So I got to know that. I've been no Pope since last year.
I
I
started
Gotcha.
following you because Adrian Ross said that you were really knowledgeable with basketball.
Yeah, and Adrian, I have, and I'm gonna say this for the bonus, because Mellow Yellow actually knew me from Adrian Ross too, and
Mm,
Adrian Ross, when I first connected her, Pope and her connected first, and then I connected after her, because I loved her acumen of how her Christian values, and plus how she been around the game, and she's very, how she sensible. and me and her did a couple lives and stuff like that. And then I started knowing Pope also, and I started talking to him a little bit. Me and him never really like did a full live together, but we have crossed paths and spoke to each other, and we all respected. I think the first people I really came across was Rudy, Ben Daniels, John Liquidator, and Mike Talk Hoops. They were the first four. Then I saw Adrian Ross. I started listening to her stuff. Then Pope came along, and then I started following everybody. And now it's like a big community because it's growing because you starting to see people come out of everything. But like I said, I appreciate so many of y'all for following me and just sticking with me and being there through everything. Whether we
Well, if
agree,
I may also add to that, that little sidekick you have over there, little Miss Retro, she has contributed big time to all you guys because when she's in the chat, she's splashing your streams,
mhm,
as to where we can go. So I wanted to personally thank Retro for that too, because sometimes the conversations are fast and furious, and we're all going, all right, well, we want to go check out that guy,
yeah.
and if it's not for Retro putting up your addresses, sometimes we miss it, and so thank you, Retro.
Pope
Um,
Appreciate.
was on a heater today, boy. His
who?
potty mouth was crazy. I watched replay.
Who?
Pope.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Well, Pope be going in. He be going in hard sometimes. Thanks, Kent, for the $5 super chat. He said to all, one thing is constant is we are Clarkies. We hear why most here Livewire and others are like us. You meet because our girl Caitlin Clark. That is so true. That is so true. And
you
Phil's
know,
just oh
Adrian's second channel, I did on camera a book club with her, To Kill a
mm,
Mockingbird. It was
yeah.
really good.
Oh wow.
And totally off
Yeah.
topic, but she does stuff like that. And her being an English teacher, it was really interesting, going chapter to chapter through that book.
Yeah. And I owe her a lot of gratitude because she invited me on her show. She don't invite me on her show. I don't invite her on my stream. We done did a lot of stuff. And just like Phil, he said he found me on her show too, just like everybody else. And that's a lot how a lot of people start knowing me and to start following me. Then it's just once you start coming across people content, you want to see what it's about, and then if you like it, you kind of stick around. And most people try to get the feel of it before they say, "Hey, I'm gonna subscribe to this channel." And they want to see how the person operate and how the person is. Then after a while, they say, "Okay, I'll stick around." Boom. Like micro, like I had somebody, I think it's micro or somebody else. They 2 days ago they saw my video and they say, "You know what? I saw you over here or this person. I'm a subscriber because I just love your content." And I was like, "Wow, that just." And I'm very, very modest person. You know, I'm very. People always say you should be more. I can't find the terminology, the word, but I'm always modest because I never take the credit for myself and say, "Oh, well, I did this and all that." No, if it wasn't for y'all, I would never be here. You know what I'm saying? I just do something that I love doing. I love sports, and that's what I
Don't
do.
change it. Don't change anything, Marty. Don't change anything. We love you just the way you are, buddy.
Oh, I ain't gonna change. Nah, can't get that. I'm too much of a logic thinker and just think how I am with myself and just want to stay authentic and bring great content to y'all. Like I said, whether we disagree or not, it's talking points. And I wish some of these debate shows on the mainstream media would be like that. While people always trying to overtalk and have their point and think their point is right. I've never said that my point is always correct. Like I said, I'm a person of knowledge. I like to look up research. I love to look at things. I love to read stuff because it helps me understand a lot, you know, and everything. Okay, yeah. Wrong person. That was me, Livewire, the real. Okay, got you. There goes Shallow saying, "Are you gonna cover college basketball this season?" Of course I am, man. It won't beat me if I don't. I am because I'm gonna cover Iowa. I'm gonna cover a lot of the college basketball. I actually been working on a video to do Iowa's new assignment signing McKenna. I can't pronounce the last name.
Yeah.
Wozniak.
Wasnick. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Well, I know I raised all my kids in Orange County, California. My daughter played basketball for Laguna Hills High School way
Wow.
back. She's in her 30s now.
Yeah.
So, but I know the reputation of like Modern Day where Addie Deal went,
hmm
and I know the reputation of the high school that the other girl went to.
I heard
And
McKenna is trying to recruit another girl from over there too to come to Iowa.
Born, right?
Yeah, born. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still in touch because my daughter, she actually was the year before her. She made varsity at Laguna, which was really hard, a freshman. But the year before, they won the whole state. So
Didn't Iowa sign 2 really good girls?
I
they
know
signed
Addie,
another
Addie,
really girl, and she's really going to come on strong because Jan Jensen is really good with post players. A girl from Alaska,
Oh wow.
and I
Okay.
think she's a four-star.
yeah, and I think,
Okay. Cool.
and then you got Addie Deal that I think. So
And I'm so glad they got rid of Guyton.
yeah.
What a ball hog.
Oh, I think this Iowa team is going to be something special this year.
They're ranked 5th, Big
Yeah.
Ten.
So I got a question, if I may.
Sure.
Oh, Chit Chat. Yeah, that's who the other one was. Addie Deal and Chit Chat. Yeah.
Go ahead,
That,
I
Priya.
have a question maybe you folks can answer for me. Okay, because this is going to be a fresh start for me to follow college ball. I think ESPN carries some college ball, right? But
Ooh.
I have a
Okay.
suspicion they're
You're
they're
gonna
gonna
like it.
pull some. Yeah, because I didn't really follow college ball until I found out about Caitlin like during the playoffs, and I thought, you know what? I'm not. I'm kind of getting tired of the W unless things change, and I may start to enjoy the college. But I'm wondering if ESPN's going to pull the bull crap they did, uh, where they have college games, but then they charge you for specific ones because they did that when the Fever were in the playoffs. ESPN had the games on there for free. But then when the Fever games came up, because the Fever's popular, they blocked it out that you would have to pay for it. So I'm hoping I don't run into that with them for the because I would love to watch some of the Iowa games and some of the
well,
The
college.
best thing,
oh,
the
go
best
ahead.
thing for college basketball, especially for the majority of the largest division. Well, there's the SEC, but the Big Ten, their channel isn't that expensive, and that's where I can catch most all Big Ten games. They televise almost all of them,
Yeah, and you
Okay,
and
know,
it's
and but
run much
and that's
better.
under is that under streaming or
Just
cable?
it's under streaming, like the Big Ten network,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
sometimes
Okay.
because I can catch almost everything because I do YouTube TV.
okay.
And then
Hmm.
I get the multi-screen too, especially during women's college basketball, because
And
the
Okay,
ACC will
that's a
be
good
on
tip.
there.
Cool. Okay.
also too that the Big Ten network is covered by CBS and Fox too. So
Hmm. Well, thanks for the info, everybody.
yeah.
Um, YouTube sounds like it would be the best benefit because yeah, you get a lot on. From what I've seen, you get a lot on YouTube,
YouTube TV is like
TV.
$82
So
Yeah.
a month, but like you could record everything. You can fast forward through commercials. You can back up. You get the multi-screen. So for me, that's one of the ones that's really worth it for me to pay for.
Yeah,
cool.
I was
Thank
disappointed
you.
in the league pass because it was like I bought it to be able to watch the Fever, and then all their games were usually on
Yeah.
a different channel.
And plus, it was like
Huh.
the announcing on it was nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
So, ladies, gentlemen,
But I'm a junkie. I do sling too because I follow college NCAA gymnastics.
okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, I don't say Fubo or Amazon works sometimes. Yeah, Fubo, yeah, they're real expensive. They like YouTube TV. Hulu, if you
Okay.
get Hulu plus the Hulu TV, that works as well too.
Because they have
So
Okay, because
ESPN
I
Plus.
have
yeah,
Hulu. Yeah, I have Hulu through Disney Plus because I get
yeah,
Hulu, Disney Plus, and what's the other one?
ESPN Plus.
ESPN. Yeah,
yeah.
ESPN Plus kind of sucks.
All you gotta do
Well,
is
it's good
upgrade
for
it to the live
gymnastics.
TV part.
Okay, I'll look at that. Thanks, gang.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate your time tonight. Before I shut down, if anybody has one more question for me, make it good. See if you can make my brain sizzle when I log off.
I have a
All
good one.
right. I want to see who I want to see who breaks you, Livewire. I want to see who breaks you, man.
I have a good one. How much do you really believe Money Mike? Because man, that guy switches things up and confuses the shit out of me.
So, okay, somebody told me that I need to reach out to him to have like an interview, like a video interview, like a live stream interview, and I'm planning on it. I think he has. I think he is very knowledgeable. I think he has a lot of credentials or whatever he does, but his approach to things is very I could say it's very different. It's
Eclectic.
yeah, and I think some of the stuff
Very different.
some of the stuff he says is good information, and I love that something he said and the people in his comment section was like saying this and going that, and he did end up doing a live, and he did the same thing I was doing, a questionnaire, and then he kind of like he's welcomed that, like if he's wrong about something, he welcomes that so he could like get it right and break it down a little bit different. So
He said today that Caitlin Clark owned Kathy and was talking about global, and I was just like, oh my gosh,
now
not
I
today.
think that one part he said, I did say it in one of my videos. I said I disagree to that point, but I could see everything else pointing out. So Jason says, Livewire, who is your top pick for a one-on-one interview? Ooh, man. So, man, to be honest with you, if I had my choice to have a one-on-one interview with somebody, um, I think I would female wise, it would be to me, I would be Holly Rowe. I like Holly Rowe. I think Holly Rowe, she does a double duty stance. She does college football and then she does the WNBA finals and stuff like that. I will, for male wise, man, I don't know. I think me and Stephen A. Smith would get into it. I think we'd get into it for real.
Who wouldn't?
I think me and him would get into it for real. I think I would love to talk to. Well, Jason Whitlock, his PR people reached out for me, but I never heard back from them. That ain't really too many people out there.
Caitlin
Uh,
Clark.
oh, he said one-on-one top pick. He didn't say who. Now, okay, now we gonna talk about top pick. Yeah, it would definitely be Caitlin Clark off the bat. I would definitely want to interview her. Um, I because and honestly, it would be her. There'll probably be other players in college. In the NBA, probably football wise, it had to be Jaden Daniels off of my team, the Commanders, the Washington Redskins. So yeah, but CC probably would charge me an arm and leg to do an interview, and I ain't making that kind of money. I ain't making that kind of money for Caitlin like that. She gonna have to catch me when I'm doing like I get picked up by FanDuel TV or somebody like that. Because I can't.
Nah,
I can't for
you know what you you know what you do? You invite her to the lounge and let her know, we do have a bunch of nuts that hang out in my lounge, but
Oh yeah.
they're good people and they don't drink. Well, they don't drink in your lounge because you don't give us anything to drink. You haven't offered anything, but
If,
that's okay,
if I could have
you
Taylor
know.
Swift to open up for my videos, hey, I could get Caitlin locked
Oh,
in.
yes,
She,
sir.
she'll be like, yeah, you got
Yes,
Taylor Swift,
sir.
I'm coming. So yeah.
If you really want to know a lot about Caitlin Clark, sorry, you should you should there's an article last year, I think it was ESPN, but it was Wright or Wright Thompson. He
Mhm.
did a huge in-depth on her about her sports psychologist, about him finding her alone in the church across the street. It was really, really good. And how Lisa Bluter had to teach her what the word empathy meant.
Mm.
Who was that?
I think his name is Wright Thompson or Thompson Wright. He did it was it was a large article, probably 4 pages, but
Mm.
he followed her around and talked to family, talked to teachers, talked to everybody, and just did a huge in-depth on her, on her struggles in her freshman year with she didn't realize what empathy was,
Mm.
and
Did
she
you?
was
Sorry.
go ahead.
Did you read the Christine Brennan book?
I bought it and then I donated it to someone. I don't, her personality and mine just don't.
Okay.
And I thought Howard whatever's book was kind of boring. But I have them on audio, so I can always do that too. But
I just thought it was good information. It makes sense why the WNBA treats her like they do.
yeah, but I think it's, if you can look it up, because
I
I'm not good
will.
on computer. It's either Thompson Wright or Wright Thompson,
Okay.
and he wrote it last year. It was so good, so much about her decision of not going to Notre Dame, to everything. Good. You learned a lot about her inner workings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think
as
is she ADD?
No, but he talked about her migraines, and then her high school coach was a handful. She was a handful for her high school coach, and a lot of her teammates did not like her at all.
Well, that would be like,
She wasn't a teammate first type player until Bluter really started laying into her.
mm,
Right, but that's called growth.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
definitely. But it's just an
and and
insight to how much
sure.
she, really took things on, and like that. It was just it was a really good, article about her growth and about her faith and all of that stuff. It was really good.
mm.
that's what people say. She has attitude and she's mouthy, and it's like, I don't think she is. I think they misperceive who she is, because she was in 8th grade playing varsity. Now imagine that she could be 13 or 14. I don't know where she fell in
She's a
that.
January birthday, so she would have been older, right?
Hmm.
Well, I agree with retro. Yeah, I agree with
And then
retro.
if we know how she is in her court vision. So if you're playing with teenagers, and you're scoring 50 points, you're probably thinking, these girls. She talks about the WNBA and how court dumb they are. Imagine when she was playing high school, she's probably thinking, these losers don't know what the heck they're doing.
No, you're
Hmm.
probably like, you're like, Marty, you running like you running like Howard with that WD-40 can, speed it up.
Yeah.
Well, Bluter used to give her technicals in practice and make her leave the gym and come
Oh my
back
God.
when she got too competitive.
I could see that. I mean, she
Yeah.
was playing when she was what, in third and fourth grade. She was playing AAU with boys. So imagine. I mean, that's what people don't understand. Like they just started following her when they saw her in college. Okay, well, I started following her when she was in high school. I heard about her, and every video that I could find, I watched. You know, because it was like, oh my gosh, this girl's amazing. And I'd send videos to my guy friends, and they'd say, "Who's this?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's scoring 60 points, 50 points." And they're going, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, you have to watch this." You know.
I'm gonna get to this comment real quick.
Sorry.
Angela said, "You should interview White and pick her brain. I want to know. I want to know more about her thought process." Angela, I will be there all day. and I think her brain will smoke.
Um,
So
I was gonna say that that would probably be the shortest interview ever, man. Picking our brain, come on.
yeah.
But
So
for me, the way I see, if I may, the way I see Cece is okay. Yeah, we can hear things about someone when they were young. We were all young, and we all thought that we were supernatural, and we were, in some cases, not for the better, not for the worse. However, people do grow up, they learn. Fortunately for Cece, she ran into a coach like Bluter, who pretty much can understand her and guide her, and teach her things. The way I see Cece right now is a big kid, regardless of, her where she gets hyper and she wants to cheer and she wants to complain. I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking about, this is a kid who wants to be liked at every point of her life. And when it comes to the W, some of these women treat her like crap because she wants to be liked. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. I understand why she wants to do it, but sometimes I hope eventually she puts her foot down with Stephanie White, the coaches. You guys don't ever touch me again. Don't ever push me to the side again. Don't ever talk to me in any derogatory way ever. That kind of stuff. I'm hoping that she snaps out of it and says enough is enough, and I think things will change. Thank you.
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been nice. It's been wonderful. It's been relaxing in the Livewire Lounge. And I'm sure this week I will have, we probably, depends on what happens between now and Wednesday. We'll cover something a little bit more in depth, and everything like that. But I do appreciate everyone hanging out with me. Like I said, I appreciate everyone for the bottom of my heart. Thank you for making this a reality for me. And trust me, there's more to come from this channel. Trust me when I say y'all gonna see a lot of changes, a lot of different things, and it's going to be just for y'all. And like I said, I do have a rebrand working on. I do have a merch line coming up, so therefore there's going to be special things that I want to give away to you for being there with me through that time. So
There was one question.
Okay.
From Nicole. She said, "Why do we park in driveways and drive on parkways?"
Nicole, I will get to that question tomorrow. I don't know.
That's the
Okay,
same question.
Nicole.
Why
Oh my God.
Why are apartments together when they're called apartments?
Yeah, right.
Nicole just broke my brain. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. Not a lot of left up here, but thanks, Nicole. I appreciate it.
I know, right?
And I just want to say thanks everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Maria. Retro thanks. I wish I knew how to mod like you. People have tried to make me a mod and I don't know how to do it. So good job.
Oh, it's not hard, but I'm a good multitasker. So
I just don't have
Yes,
a
she is.
computer.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you, everyone. Y'all have a good night, okay?
All right, y'all have a great Monday, because it's Motivation Monday, and we have to be motivated to do the unthinkable.
Exactly. Night.
Good night.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or on the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying.